Let's get it!
Broadcasting to you from a little grass shack in the middle of the Pacific.
Live in the place to be.
Well, they're actually in the Bay Area.
Yes!
But they are the premier Pasifika show that shines a spotlight on positive Pacific Islanders.
You listening to the sound.
Role models coming brown every Thursday night at 6.
East to west, we getting hurt.
Brought to you by Pasifika by Design. It's the iconic Faika podcast with your hosts, Naki and Carl.
Here we go. Season 7, episode 44, our last one of the year. Mm-hmm. So we're going to end season 7 at the 44th episode, and next season, our next show is going to be season 8. Goodness, we've been here for a little bit now. So this is our Merry Christmas episode. Merry Christmas to everybody, because we won't be here at Christmas today. We've got our normal check-ins. We have our community announcements, and Naki has landed Sione Pakalani, aka Stallion, owner of Mama Dukes Otai, a Polynesian entrepreneur here in the Bay Area by way of Hawaii, and a fishing boat and a whole bunch of other things that he's done in his life. So we get to talk to him in the second half of our show. Naki, what you got?
Hey, it's freezing today.
It's cold. You cold?
It's cold. I'm cold. This last weekend, what was Friday? Nothing. Saturday, we went to holiday Asian night, put on by Salmon Solutions, and then our very own Flip It Girl was there with her, and I have tons of pictures, but like
another time.
I think I posted everybody's video. Go on our Instagram and check out all the videos. We talked to a lot of the vendors, or I tried to catch a lot of the vendors. I just didn't get to everybody, but I did eat a lot of food. Like Butter and Spice was there. They had what did they have? Fausi Galo, which was so good. And then they ran out. They ran out of that. They ran out of Bunny Popo. They pretty much sold out. And by the end of the night, they had coffee and different flavors of coffee. And then who else was there? Guam Grubs, which you had the chicken.
I had their so I haven't had a ton of Chamorro food. I've had it before, but I didn't remember it being the way that it was. They had, so it was Guam Grub. What it was?
Guam Grubs.
Guam Grubs. And, you go up there and you ask what they got. And they said, we have chicken, and they had tri-tip. So they had all kinds of stuff. And I was like, I'm going to get the chicken. They had red rice with it. And I've had red rice before, right? Not that way.
Yeah.
That red rice was amazing. Like that
was so
awesome.
Good.
It was
so good.
And it was nice because it was different, because normally, it's the white rice. It's normally what we get at a PI event. So it was very nice. The chicken was really good, especially just because it's different, right? It's delicious, but it's not like, you think the Polynesian chicken. The spice was amazing. It was juicy. A lot of times, some of the events, the chicken, things can dry out a little bit, but they did a great job.
Yeah,
they did a great job.
I just had I had a little bit of the chicken, but I was more into the sweets that night. So I was waiting for Butter and Spice, and I did love the red rice, though. I wish I would have got a bowl before I left.
Guam Grubs had crab potato salad.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, again, just amazing. I mean,
I missed it.
The food was. I did get Pani Popo because you grabbed one for me. Monstrous. So
it was huge.
Spice knocked it out of the park again. If you get a chance to sample their Pani Popo, it is large. We could have split one. Then you got Fausia, which you had to give one up.
Yeah.
Because you had a monopoly on all the ones that were left at one point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely ate too much, and loved the time. Loved sharing the time. We got to see Tavai Samuelu.
I know. It was so good to see Tavai.
Hadn't seen her. I've never met her. I didn't realize we'd been on Zooms with her for 3 years.
Yeah. We've been in tons of meetings with her.
Tons of meetings. I think we've missed her at some events where we are at, but we weren't there on the same days. And I was standing there next to Samuel Solutions founder Epi, and she said, oh, Tavai, right? And I was like, Tavai Samuelu? She goes, yeah, she used to be the ED from Epic. And I was like, yeah, I know Tavai. And she was looking at me like, and there was a lady standing there with a mask on. It was Tavai. I was not getting that she was trying to introduce me to Tavai. And Tavai and I were both, we did oh my gosh, it's so nice to finally meet you. A great hug. I love Tavai. I love the work that she does. I love the way she holds herself. So, and then as we were talking, she said, is Naki here? And you were just standing there next to me. And I was like, yeah, she was just here. And so Epi ran off to get you. And I think it's the same thing. You saw her with a mask and didn't recognize her and walk right by her because it was nice to finally put our arms around her.
Yeah, I love Tavai because she was down south, Southern California, and we were in a lot of Zoom meetings with her, especially during the pandemic. We worked together on Koviki Talk. And so I got COVID during Koviki Talk. During the pandemic, I got COVID really bad. And she was sending me packages with soup and medicine and then sweatshirts and T-shirts.
We've never met this.
We've never met her. And it was early on in our relationship.
She was actually one of the originators of Koviki Talk. Remember,
she was one of the originals.
Right, she was one of the admins behind the scenes when Naki and I don't know that we necessarily have a clue what we're doing today, but we definitely didn't have a clue what we were doing originally with Koviki Talk, and she was one of the ones that made the madness work.
Yeah. And so it was early on, and she sent me a couple of packages actually with meds and soup and like I said, and clothing, like sweatshirts to keep me warm so I love Tavai. She used to be, like you said, the ED for Epic. And now she's up here in the Bay Area working, still doing nonprofit work. And so you'll probably see her very soon here on
she's with
Faika
PI Foundation, AP. I'm not sure. She's director of programming for a group of which I don't know now, but I'm positive that Tavai will be on here on our show, probably maybe even in studio at some point, telling you about the amazing things she's doing here in the Bay Area now.
Yeah, so I was happy to see her, and then it was good to hang out with Leah, the Fatleavas, for a minute.
Flip It Girl
had tons of earrings and coasters and Christmas ornaments that she handmade with the Pasifika twist. And then
too much Niner stuff.
Lots of good stuff. Island Drip was there. I got to, of course, I tried to buy something from everybody. I just couldn't. I don't have that much money. But I got something from lots of people. Levasa was there, Sauce Lake City, Telesia's Creation, like tons and tons of Pasifika vendors were there. And so it was good to see everyone. We got to hang out with Lena, who is with SF Hep Be Free, and just tons. The girls were there fundraising for Ta'ayala Youth Program, where they're sending youth to Samoa, and Samoan youth are coming to Northern California. So it was a really great event. I really enjoyed myself. And then again, I ran into Stallion, who is with Mama Dukes Otai. So I ran into him at Pacific Savage had an anniversary celebration. So that's the first time I met him there, and his Otai sold out. I was like, oh, and I should never do this, but I'm like, oh, okay, I'll come back for the Otai. And when I went back, he was sold out. But I met him there, and then at the Turkey Trot, he was there again, and I got my sea moss, my first taste of sea moss. And so I'd have to say I love sea moss. I didn't think I would, but I got
so what is
sea moss. So it's like oh gosh, it's like nutrients.
Is it
It's
is
like
it topical, like you like lotion, or do you eat it,
no,
or
you
what?
eat it. You
Oh,
eat
okay,
it. You
okay.
take a spoonful every day, which I have been doing. And then I was so happy to see him at holiday Nesian night, because then I got my second
I do
bottle. So
remember. I put it in your backpack. You had said, "Can you put this in the backpack?"
yes. So I got my second, and I cracked that open this week because I was done with I got the plain sea moss last time, and they come in different flavors. And so I don't want to get into details, but he's coming on to tell his story.
That's true.
But
That's
yeah.
true.
So I got sea moss and lots of food. There was lots of food, lots of vendors, and we got to hang out. I hung out with Levasa for a little bit. Mobligated was there. I got gear from them, Christmas presents. I shopped Christmas gear. And so earrings and clothing, food for me. Yeah, so it was an awesome night. And if you missed it, don't miss when they come back for their next Nesian night. You'll get all your Pasifika. They're trying to keep the dollar brown. So there you go. Shop Pasifika. That was Saturday we went there. So yeah. And then Sunday was our PBD luncheon for our staff, our all 6 of us
There
and
was
our
a few more than
families.
6
Yeah.
people there. Family.
Yes,
That's the main group.
our family, and one of our board members showed up, and the other 2 couldn't make it. Mona was sick, and so she's feeling better. But
And we
TT,
last minute did the other board member. We didn't get the invite till
yeah,
last minute, so they weren't able to make it. But it is nice. And it's one of the things that Naki and I said in the beginning was that we wanted to thank the families, because they've really allowed us to go run around the globe. I mean, we're in New York this year. We've been to Samoa, Hawaii, Salt Lake City, Reno. I mean, and we just started doing this. We had no idea what we were doing, and our family supported us and really picked up the pieces that we left as we took off on this journey. So we're kind of trying to give back to them and thank them and show them our gratitude. Naki ordered enough food for probably enough for
50 million
2024
people.
and 2025.
Yeah, so it was good. We had a good time. My family all partook in all the food, and we made sure that everybody took food home when they left.
Yes.
So
pounds and pounds of food.
Pounds and pounds of food. And Butter and Spice catered because I was not trying to cook or anything. So Butter and Spice, they have a holiday menu, and it was ridiculously delicious. It was so good.
Everything was good.
Mhm.
So there was a seafood boil.
Yep.
There's all kinds of different stuff, right? We had turkey, we had 2 different kinds of chicken, there was cornbread, there was stuffing, there was different desserts. But I'll tell you this, and we just got done talking about how good they are when we were talking about the panipopo, and all the things that were at the Nesian night holiday marketplace. But if you like apple pie or apple crisp, I ate until I hurt. I ate so much of that apple crisp because I love apple crisp. I love my mom's apple crisp. And I heard it was there. I looked at it and I was like, it's not. It wasn't my mom's. It was completely different. It was just as delicious. I ate too much there, and then we took some home, and I continue to eat too much. So if you get a chance, they have a lot of things we didn't know about.
Yeah, they have the half moon pie bars that me and my kids love.
Pineapple bars, right?
Yeah, half moon pie pineapple bars. Yeah, they were so good. We killed those. I think I had one every day this week with my coffee. So it was so good. Those are my favorite. And then a chocolate cream pie, which we just polished off the last of it. So everything was delicious. So big shout out to Butter and Spice for catering our luncheon. And then for our Flip It girl who showed up with her hubby and her mom, and it was her mom's birthday week. So happy birthday to Chris. And so they came, and then they were also selling tons and tons of gear at Holiday Nisha Night. So it was a really good event where we got to hang out and talk stories and just chill. That we didn't do anything crazy. We made ornaments and then just caught up because we usually are like in quick meetings or in passing. We'll see each other like we seen each other Saturday night. We kind of hung out, but not really. And then Sunday we got to really check in. So it was really good. I had a good time.
Yeah, Nick had a really good time hanging out with Sister TT. They got to connect, and I could hear some good conversations going on. I got Sunga time 2 days in a row. I got to see Sunga on Saturday and then Sunday, and eat entirely too much. I had done good all week. I had I had Panipopo on Saturday night. That was the beginning of it, and then fasted all day until we showed up at your door and ate there. But it was nice. It was nice. It was good time, good food. Niners won. Who were they playing? Seahawks, right? Seahawks
killed another bird. Killed another bird.
You got 2 left or 1 left? You just got the Ravens. 2 more. No, you got the Cardinals and the Ravens.
2 more birds to kill.
Bird season for the Niners.
Yeah.
And I think there was another game. I didn't really feel like Sunday when I got over there. It didn't feel like Sunday until I saw football. And I was like, oh, it is Sunday. So just good time. Families hanging out.
Yeah. Mo was like, you had said a couple of stuff, and then you're like, oh, Mo's going to say the prayer. Mo pushed me in the front. He is not saying the prayer for nothing. He's not saying, he was like, Mo, don't.
Yeah, so
Mo, my
I
husband,
knew that, but he
talk.
had grabbed me and like he was trying to get away from it all. So I was trying to peer pressure him into saying the prayer. Yeah, it didn't work at all.
Yeah, you could call his name out all day long.
I called it twice because I could see him moving after I said it the first time. And then I'm like, let me try one more time. And then he disappeared completely into the kitchen.
Yeah, Mo is truly, truly behind the scenes. He will nothing. He won't even talk. He barely talks to me. So there you go. So it was good night on Sunday. We had such a good time. I appreciate everyone that came. I appreciate our team all year. The stuff, the drama. The work that they put into PBD, pushing it forward. Like Mena and PD do a great job with Pasifika and Focus. Leah, who does everything.
She's our cat herder.
Yeah,
our chaos coordinator.
Yeah, she's our chaos coordinator. So yeah, I appreciate everybody that does stuff, and Nainoa has been doing a great job of producing the show, and so we appreciate Nainoa and Nick who handles the budgets, the money stuff.
Keeps us out of jail.
She keeps us out of jail.
She's our legal expert.
So yeah, a lot of good stuff is happening in 2024. This is our last show for the year. We'll be back January 11th. Will be our first 2024 show. So yeah, I'm grateful for the whole year. Lots of good stuff coming up. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the crowd goes wild.
Thank you very much. So yeah, how about you? Well, what's going on with you?
Well, all of that. Let's see what I do this week. I've been fasting and making sure that I'm keeping my as I cough my head off, keep my health in order. Got a workout today. I hadn't been almost 8 weeks since I've been to the trainer, and she was licking her chops. She's like, "Oh, you've been away for 2 months." So I paid the price at the trainer today. Tagged out. Actually, it worked out that Nainoa was the next person in. So as I was headed out to the car, I was like, you're headed the wrong way. He goes, "No, I'm going the right way." I'm all, no, pain is that way. I'm headed out of here. So good to get the workout back in and head down that path. And then I've been doing a ton of reading because I've got some work to do in terms of my journey with cancer. I've got some things to figure out and moves to make. So I'm trying to formulate that in my head and work with, obviously Nicole is our family scientist. I'm putting that genetics, the UC Davis genetics degree to work to find some things that we can do. So that's really the week for me and
awesome.
work, obviously.
Yeah. busy. I'm like closing down at work. Like all my reports are due, quarterly reports. So all the boring stuff are happening. I'm looking forward to taking a break and getting away. We're going to Mo's family reunion at the end of the month, right after day after Christmas, actually. So I'm looking forward to that. Hanging out with Dr. Samoa.
Reno.
Dr. Samoa.
I was on a call with him yesterday.
Nice. What's going on with Naopo?
Let's see. Naopo is branching out of health. So the National Association of Pasifika Organizations is starting to do some other things for the community. So things like financial stability.
Who's doing that?
That is going to be Seeley from Pikawa. And there's going to be a few more legs to it, but initially it was mainly focused in health. So we're going to get into some of the policy situations, and I believe we're going to get into kind of the criminal justice end of it, as well as financial stability. So the pandemic is over, although there's something new coming out of China. I don't know if you've seen that news.
I think every other person that I talk to is sick at my work. Like my coworkers are sick. People are checking in virtually, like coughing up a storm. So definitely COVID is back because it's COVID. Everybody has COVID. Not everybody, but every other person that has gotten sick has said they had COVID, and that's because they travel. So I'm thinking like they don't, like when you get off the plane or get on a plane, they don't really test you anymore. But I know that people that have gotten off of planes recently, when they get home and test because they're feeling sick, COVID.
Yeah, there's something going on in China where kids are getting sick. And where COVID was, the kids were usually the ones that were okay. This one, whatever it is, and I barely know enough to talk about it. I only heard about it on the internet, but there is something going on over there with kids getting sick with a respiratory thing.
Oh, I heard that. But I don't. Yeah,
don't know enough
I don't
about
know enough
anything
to talk about it.
But yeah.
Okay.
So there's that.
There you go. So
Do you shut down? Do you take some time off between Christmas and New Year's, or is that a slow time at work, or do you get some holiday time at the at your work, or is it still?
I think it's slow, but we don't shut down.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's slow where I'm at as well. I mean, it's almost like a lot of people take vacations between Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah.
And I used to do that too. But then one year I didn't. I don't remember why I didn't. And I covered for a bunch of people that were off. And I realized that everybody's off. Like it's really quiet. So now I don't take that week off because it's essentially like we get a week off anyway because it's so quiet. Everybody's off.
I take the week of Christmas off every year. That's when it's time to bid for vacation or put in for vacation. It's the week of Christmas I take off. But I don't really, I'm still working because I have to organize stuff and I have PBD, but I'm really at work. It's slow at my work. At my 9 to 5, it's slow. But PBD, we keep going because we got
PBD stands for Perpetual Business Dummy. We're always working.
We're always working, and working behind the scenes and doing stuff. And so I've got to figure that out, how to utilize my time better. And we're going to Temecula after Christmas. After Christmas for Mo's family reunion. And
it's in Temecula?
It's in Temecula. Apparently there's a big PI population there. There's also a restaurant there that Mo's nephew owns. So we'll go eat some food, eat lots of food. But yeah.
Temecula.
What is that?
That's Temecula.
Oh, Temecula.
I would stay there a lot when I traveled to that area because it's north of San Diego. So it's easy to get into San Diego, and then it's like kind of on the edge of the Inland Empire. So you could get to a lot of places from Temecula. There's a golf course there. There's a casino there. It's kind of it's a pretty cool place to hang out. So I'm sure you guys will have fun.
Yeah. Most families a lot of Moose family lives there, so we'll be headed to Temecula. So anyway, are we going to hit community announcements before Stallion comes on?
We are. I think you're up
Oh,
first.
okay. Community announcements.
Mhm.
We're gonna first one is All My Usos. Ray of Light is happening this holiday season. If you are a widow or know someone who could benefit from their support, then we encourage you to apply. Their holiday program aims to provide essential items, treats, and gifts to bring a little cheer and warmth to those who need it most. Click the link in All My Usos bio for more information.
Pitt Pacific Islands Together's annual Christmas giveaway is happening December 16th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at Bayshore Elementary School for children newborn to 16 years old. Register by December 1st by clicking the link in their bio or on the flyer posted on social media. You got about 2 weeks left to register. Make sure you get registered, and you can see Naki and I there.
Yep. And Fatasi's Youth Services and All My Usos present Open Gym Night. Join them for exciting and active evening of fun every Monday in the month of December from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Balinga Gym, 500 Felton in San Francisco. All ages are welcome. It's the perfect opportunity to socialize, exercise, and make new friends. Sign up by clicking the link in their bio or the QR code on the flyer.
Samoan Solutions proudly presents the Ta'yala Youth Exchange Program, a collaborative effort with Brown Girl Woke. This unique initiative offers cultural and educational opportunities for Samoan youth aged 14 to 24 in the Bay Area and Samoa. Providing a transformative 2-week experience, the program encourages cross-cultural exchange, fostering personal growth and lasting connections between communities. Visit Samoan Solutions' Instagram page for comprehensive details and join us in shaping the global perspective of the next generation through Ta'yala Youth Exchange Program.
Awesome. Toa Strength is dedicated to empowering youth through sports, personal training, and strength and conditioning programs. In support of their mission and ongoing operations, Toa Strength is having a fundraiser campaign featuring Krispy Kreme donuts. This cracks me up just because they're sports trainer, personal training, and then, okay, just kidding. And the Krispy Kreme donuts available for purchase until January 1st. 50% of every order made through their fundraising sales page will be directed back to Toa Strength. Follow them on Instagram for all their upcoming events.
Only Loud presents small business Christmas shopping this Saturday, December 16th at the India Basin Shoreline Park in the city. From 1 p.m. to 6 p.m., there will be vendors, artists, crafters, creators, clothing brands, food, live music, and so much more. See you there.
Atamai Dance Academy is pleased to announce the commencement of its Spring Session 2024, coinciding with the celebration of their 1-year anniversary under the Pacific Islander Community Partnership, PICP. Registration for this session will begin on December 15th, which is this Friday, and availability is limited, so sign up before their classes fill up. Embrace the rich tapestry of Polynesian culture, arts, language, and history. Click the link in their IG bio to register.
Nice. All done with community announcements. Are you listening to any PI? You keep up on Politicking, and the different podcasts or talk social media. Are you following any of those right now?
Yeah.
Which one's your favorite? Which one do you like, or which one are you listening to currently? Like, what's the last one you listened to?
Politicking podcast with Sepha and Marcus, and then Marcus branched off and has a movie review, which I was listening to on my way to work today. They were reviewing the Once Were Warriors. It was their first episode, but Once Were Warriors. Have you seen that movie?
Once Were Warriors?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it mandatory?
They didn't see it. Apparently, they did, but the other guy that's on Polynesian, Lance, apparently that was his first time watching it, I guess.
He PI?
Or, yes, he's PI.
You think it's legit?
No, I think he's seen it. Yeah. But they were like breaking it down,
Right.
and so it was very interesting to hear their perspective of the whole movie. And back then, like they were talking about the trauma that Jake the Muss did throughout the movie, and how he chose his alcohol over providing for his family, and then beating his wife over, all his crazy beat up crazy shit before taking care of his family. So
It's kind of
wait, what are you listening to?
what's that?
What podcast are you listening to?
I'm trying to read books right now.
Oh.
I am deeply embedded in books. But just on that note, before we head to our interview, that was really a groundbreaking movie. And there's a lot of issues in that movie that we faced when the movie came out, and we continue to face in our community. So shout out to them for breaking it down.
Yeah.
I don't know that I believe that any PI hasn't seen that movie.
Yeah.
Maybe Lance hadn't.
And they're young too. Like Lance and Marcus
okay.
are young.
All right.
Like
And that's an old
I
movie.
feel like they're young.
Then
yeah.
that could be. But if you're our age or not young,
yeah.
You've probably seen the movie.
Yeah, Once We're Warriors.
Right.
So yeah, if you haven't seen it because you're young, go check it out. Go check it out. So anyway, we are our guest has entered the building.
She's in the green room.
Yeah, has entered the building. Where we're thrilled to have Sione Pakalani, also known as Stallion, on the podcast broadcast, originally from Maui, Hawaii. He's the proud owner of Mama Dukes Otai, bringing a taste of the islands to the Bay Area. Welcome, Stallion, to Faika.
How you doing? He may still be trying to get in, and I'm sure Nainoa is going to be trying to help him out.
We see you.
We see you. We see you. We just can't hear you, but it'll be interesting to get his view. I was looking at his bio, and I was like, "Ooh, he's fishing. He's an entrepreneur. A lot of things that, excuse me, a lot of things that he's doing that or has done. That I'm interested in. So hopefully we can get our audio things completed and bring him in. He looks as confused as we do on our end.
Yeah. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Oh, I don't think he can hear us.
All right. Maybe Nainoa can take him backstage and see if he can figure that out. And we can talk about something else. What's the
well, I can
oh,
there he goes. We can
go.
hear him.
Can you hear us?
Okay, we'll come back. Let me just read his. I should read his bio, right?
Sure.
So, I think can you hear us? I don't think he can hear us yet. So before he comes on, the post that we had was Stallion is the proud owner of Mama Dukes Otai, born in the tropical paradise of Maui, Hawaii. He made his way to the Bay Area in '96 and proudly represents the first generation of his family here in America. Life has blessed him with the joy of being a father to 5 beautiful daughters, including 2 sets of twins. His journey took him to rugged landscapes of Alaska, where he worked on the fishing boats, braving the cold for the thrill of the ocean. Now Stallion is anchored in the Bay Area, working as a production operator for a fumigation company. In the pursuit of supporting his incredible family, he's ventured into the world of entrepreneurship. On the side, his side gig, he's delighted to share the taste of the islands with Mama Duke Otai, offering refreshing otai and nutrient-packed sea moss, which I love, love, love. And then we're just trying to fix the audio on.
So the sea moss, you just eat it by itself, or do you put it on other foods? How are you eating it?
Just a spoonful just a teaspoon or a tablespoon every month. And it's supposed to be really good for your digestive system. And I feel like it's good for my immune system because my immune system really sucks. Like it's so bad. And so I'm
Every
having
little bit helps.
every little bit helps. Let me see. Go ahead. Go talk amongst yourself.
Talk amongst myself.
Yeah.
One of the things that I'm doing in my cancer research is just how the food we eat is either medicine or it's poison, and it's really hard
Mhm.
to separate it. Right? It's either one or the other, and a lot of the food that we're eating is poison, really. So
Mhm.
the CMOS can help you with that. So we can hear you.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, there we
Yes.
go.
Okay. All right.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you guys. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing good. Doing good.
Good. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. I know I keep catching you at all these events.
Right.
And then I was like, when I seen you on Saturday night, I'm like, okay, I need to get him on the show because he is totally blowing up and I love your products. And then the last couple of times at the Pacific Savage event, you sold out of your Otai before I was like, okay, I'll talk to you and then I'll go walk around and I'll come back. And my mistake, when I came back, you were sold out. I was so mad. I was so mad.
I know. I forgot. Man, it was a great day that day at the Pacific Savage event, and yeah, I sold out. I wasn't expecting it, but things happen unexpectedly and always work out for the best.
Yes, yes. I love it. So, I know that we're catching you right out of getting off of work, and so we appreciate your time. I just want to get into your entrepreneurship and your business, Mama Dukes Otai. Can you tell us where the name came from and how or why you started?
Okay, and so Mama Dukes Otai is like paying homage to my mom because she is basically her recipe with my twist to it. You know what I mean? And ever since I was little, every summer she always had otai. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that was my way of kind of paying homage to her for raising me up with otai and
Mhm.
giving me that recipe and teaching me how to do it. And what was the other question? I forgot. I'm sorry.
Oh, why you started to make Otai and decide to sell it?
Honestly, it was rough times for me. I was going through a separation with my kid's mom, and money was tight,
Mm.
and I had to figure out some way to make some extra income on the side. It's a side hustle. And one day I was just driving by, and on like around the corner from me, there's always a dude out there selling fruits.
Yeah.
He's got his own fruit stands out there, and I passed him up one day, and I was like, "Damn, maybe I should start selling otai." You feel me? And it was just a thought, and then I shared that thought with somebody, and he was like, "Yeah, you should do it, man. You should do it." And that's how it all started. I just started on Facebook and just advertising to family and friends on Facebook, and it just trickled down from there. And next thing you know, I was um, doing pop-ups, and then one pop-up led to another one, and then
Yeah.
and each pop-up I would network with other vendors, and they would shoot me other pop-up events. And eventually I ended up at Samoan Solutions with their Asia market.
Yeah.
That's how everything started.
That's awesome. And then now you're doing, what are your popular flavors?
With the otai,
Yes.
uh, I keep it simple. Like it's just watermelon with pineapple,
Mm,
and then the other flavor would be mango and pineapple.
I love it.
I try to keep it simple as possible.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about trying to explore into different flavors and trying to see how that goes.
Mm.
So everybody stay tuned for that.
Which one was your mom's? When you say that you paying homage to your mom, which one was there were both of it?
Yeah,
What-
both. Yeah, both.
Both. Okay.
Yeah, and then times she would just mix them both together. It'd be watermelon, mango, and pineapple.
We were having a
That sounds so
discussion
good.
at Samoan Solutions that night. We were actually having a discussion about how our elders don't necessarily pass down a recipe. Like sometimes it's like you just put some of this in it and some of that and a little bit more. And if you're going to make more, then you put some more of this. And then we were talking about how people
There's no
like,
cup of this, cup of sugar.
You know what?
Right.
Mention that because that's exactly what the recipe was. You know what I mean? So everything was to taste. You basically made it to the taste. And if it need, like you said, if it needed a little bit of this, you added this. If you needed some more of this, you added that. And you're not lying though. That's exactly how
that's the recipe.
Yeah, exactly.
By taste.
Get that.
I love it.
Aren't you looking? Like, what do you see me make it?
You should be able to make it. Exactly.
Right. Now, this is the season that you started doing, or have you always been making sea moss? Because now sea moss is added to your menu.
Actually, this is my first time starting to do the sea moss thing. Excuse me. Yeah, because the way I looked at it was, you know, Otai is really more for like summertime.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of needed something for the off season for wintertime. And like I'm not new to sea moss. I've used sea moss like a few years back and kind of fell off. And then, you know, just brainstorming one night, I just figured, you know what? Why don't I do sea moss? And especially when Samoan Solution had their turkey trot.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, they advertise it as more of a healthy lifestyle vending of a thing. So that actually added to that idea of doing sea moss. But yeah.
Was that the first time you did sea moss? Was that the turkey trot?
Selling it, yes.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, we were there selling now selling burger. We were giving them away, but
right.
Yeah, it's a really good thought of having seasonal items of, you know, you may have both at all times of the year, but in, you know, when it's hot, you're going to be a little bit more towards the Otai side. Right. And then if it's, you know, colder or it's more winter, you have the sea moss. Is that something that developed as you were selling, or is that always something that you had in your mind?
What, the selling the sea moss?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That like any other idea I've ever had, it just came to my head. Like,
just do it.
Yeah. Just like a recipe, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It just comes to your mind.
Exactly. It wasn't nothing planned. But like I said, I first got introduced to sea moss. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Dr. Sebi. Well, he claims to have cured cancer, HIV, and other kind of diseases without using any kind of pharmaceutical medicines.
Mm-hmm.
His whole approach was natural. Alkaline water, eating alkaline foods, and sea moss was one of the stuff that he talked about. And that's what kind of opened my eyes to it. And I actually tried it like a few years back. I tried it myself. I ordered sea moss and do it myself. And I started to notice the difference and the benefits from it. You know what I mean? So I used to put it in smoothies and drink it that way because that was my way of taking it. It was easy for me to take it that way. So yeah, sea moss isn't anything new to me, but just like I said, when Samoan Solutions was having the turkey trot, and they were looking for like healthy stuff, and that's when the sea moss popped in my head, and I just went from there.
Awesome. What now? So tell me what sea moss, how it helps you, or why is it healthy for you?
Well, sea moss, our body is made of 102 minerals, and sea moss is known to have 92 of them.
Oh wow!
92 of those minerals, and it's good for your like overall everything, really, your brain, your bones, your joints, your gut health, and it gives you energy as well too, without the caffeine, like natural energy, where it doesn't make you crash at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I started taking it from turkey trot. Right. And I take it every day. I take a spoonful every day. And I feel like, because my immune system is really bad, but I feel like it's been really good because I usually get sick around this time. And I've I mean, with CMOS, and then I started taking my B12 and vitamin D. And I think a combination of all those things has really kept me healthy because I'm trying not to get sick. So I really think that the CMOS added to my morning routine has really helped me stay healthy.
Yeah, because that's exactly how I take 2 tablespoons before I walk out the door to go to work every morning.
Okay, I'm upping mine now. So 2 because I take 1 big tablespoon. Like I take a big tablespoon, but I'm going to 2 now. I'm going to 2.
Yeah, I take 2 tablespoons before I walk out the door. And I remember talking to you at the Holiday Nisha Market and telling me about how you felt the difference when you didn't have the CMOS and when you were taking it.
Yeah,
and I can testify to that as well because
me too.
I work 12-hour shifts every day, and I'm not a morning person at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's hard for me to get up, but once I get the CMOS in, I'm usually groggy at work in the mornings. But ever since I started using the CMOS, I could feel the difference in it. Like I'm more happy too. You know what I mean? Because I'm usually a grouch in the morning. I'm not a morning person at all.
I don't see that. I don't see that. You're always happy when I see you.
I think that's a piece of having the routine and believing in what you're doing, right? So this is a piece of my morning, right? So some people it's coffee, some people it's just a different routine, and to make sure that you're getting that before you get out the door is going to help. So how long have you been using CMOS? A couple of years, I think you said.
Yeah. Actually, my first time using it was like 2 to 3 years ago. But I wasn't consistent with it. I did it for like a couple months, 3 months, and then once I ran out of the CMOS, I just stopped using it. You know what I mean?
And how did you find it? Did somebody introduce it to you, recommend it to you, or how did you end up finding it?
I found it on Amazon, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So you just, again, it's your own idea.
Yeah.
It just popped in your head.
And mixed it.
I just found it on Amazon, and then I've seen other people adding fruit to it to kind of take the nasty taste away. So that's when I decided to just do like the flavored CMOS. Because the raw CMOS by itself is
a little gritty.
Yeah, it's like it's got a fishy, because it's from the ocean. You know what I mean? It's like it's like seaweed almost. It grows in the ocean like seaweed, and so it has that sea taste to it.
That might appeal more to Pacific Island. I mean, that might.
It's not nasty to me. I have the plain one. Do you mix something with it?
What? Oh, did you try the plain one?
Yeah, that's the one I got. The yellow one that I got at Turkey Trot.
Right.
That's all you had left. That's all you had left. That's the. Do you mix anything with the plain one?
I that's the ones that I used to throw in smoothies because I didn't take so much.
That doesn't bother me at all. I take that straight. I don't know. It tastes good to me.
She's picky too. If she didn't, if she didn't like it, she wouldn't be doing it.
No, it's good. But now I got the second one that I got from you is there was a flavored one.
Yeah, that was the dragon fruit and passion fruit one.
Yeah, my daughter got the dragon fruit, and then what was it? Mango and pineapple is the other one.
Mango and pineapple.
That's the one I got this time. So.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh, I got them mixed up.
Yeah.
Like
what's that?
How did you like the mango pineapple one?
I like it because even the plain one was good to me. Right. So it was, I like it. I might be weird, but I like it.
Oh, you weird.
And especially because I know it helps my energy. Like, so I have I have my 9 to 5, and then we do this. We have a nonprofit organization. So I'm 2 jobs every day. And usually by the end of the day, I'm like, so drained. But now that I've been taking CMOS, I feel like because I get in bed and I'm not even tired. Right. Like I even start watching a series and then I go, you know what I mean? And before I know it, it's late and I'm like,
she's part vampire. So she got vampire blood. Her whole family, they need like 2 hours sleep. Right. I don't get it. So speaking of which, you work 12-hour shifts. Do you work, is it 3 12s, 4? Like how do you find time for Mama Dukes Otai?
Well, I work 4 12s.
4 12s.
Okay.
Yeah, so Monday through Thursday, and then so today's my Friday.
Oh, wow.
And then Fridays, I basically get everything prepped for Saturdays if I have an event or pop.
I got you.
And do you have an event this Saturday?
I do actually. I am doing an event with Islandwood, so I will be in Pleasanton.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
East Bay.
nice.
I will be in Pleasanton this weekend. So
Is there a flyer? Tag me on it. Tag me on it so I can
will.
share it.
I will.
And so luckily there was Salmon Solutions Nietzsche night, so I can get my other bottle. If how do I get another bottle when I run out? Besides running into you at festivals.
Well, you can always DM me through Instagram, and I could send it to you through the mail or
I can come get it, whatever.
I mean, really, what Naki's asking is for the listeners.
Yes.
How do they get? Because Naki will chase you down. Like, don't worry about that. She'll stalk
I'll
you.
find you.
How do the listeners find you?
Yeah, for the listeners, the best way would probably be if they don't mind picking it up.
Mm-hmm.
They can pick it up, but if they can't, then I think the best way would be mail.
Yeah. Or find you at a festival.
Or at the pop-ups, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So if they wanted to order, they could DM you directly through Instagram?
Yes, exactly.
Do you find you've been busy since you started? Like it's just been, on back-to-back events?
Well, I try to keep myself busy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I try to keep my schedule and my calendar busy to, keep me occupied and keep me so I don't get distracted from any other stuff around me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's my way of kind of like
keeping busy.
Busy, yes, exactly. And
they say the devil finds work for idle hands.
Yeah.
Keep your hands busy. You know what I did? I saw, and I wanted to ask this at some point, but I saw fishing in your background. Is that where you found the sea moss? Was that, or did I read that? Do you have a background in fishing?
Yeah. I used to work in Alaska on the fishing boats.
Oh, okay.
Was that sea moss? Was that where you came in contact with sea moss, or completely different, unrelated?
No. That was completely different.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
The sea moss, I basically came like Dr. Sebi. That's where I got the whole what I learned it from.
Mm-hmm.
And he talked about all the benefits of it and everything, and it's supposed to get rid of the mucus out of your body and all that. But
I love it. Butter and Spice is on there shouting you out. Hey, family, Mama Dukes. We love Butter and Spice. I love everything that they make. They do a good job. So you're an entrepreneur. Starting a new business is like not easy to do. Is there anything that has you've come to, or who's inspired you to start this business?
Well, honestly, my pops had a big influence of even having this type of a mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My pops, my pops was a natural born hustler. Let's just put it like that. He came from the islands. He barely knew any English. You know what I mean? And lived in Hawaii. He barely had a job. He didn't like working a 9 to 5.
Right.
He liked being his own boss.
Right.
I remember my mom telling me a story. I guess he was washing dishes at a restaurant. And you know how bosses tend to talk to some employees negatively.
Right.
He walked out.
Yeah.
He walked out, and next thing you know, I remember my mom taking us downtown when we lived in Maui. In Lahaina, downtown Lahaina. And my dad was out there sitting on the corner selling coconuts to tourists.
Entrepreneur mind.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's where I got the same thing. My pops was the same way. He never worked for anybody.
Right.
I think he did early on, but by the time he was, mid-20s, late 20s, he was doing his own thing because he didn't want to be told, this or that. So he always had his own hustle. But I think the piece of that you get, right, is if you want something, that entrepreneurial mindset of, I can work a 12-hour day and then I can go do my side hustle
Right.
because I'm an entrepreneur. And I think those are the things that it's hard to teach, right?
Mhm.
I mean, some people just get it because, it's innate. Other people see it, right? You saw it growing up that, if you don't want to be talked to a certain way, you might need to kind of go get your own thing. But
Right.
it's really cool that the two questions we ask about that could do with past was your mom's recipe, right? The Otai, and then your dad's kind of entrepreneurial spirit.
Right.
Did you is that something that, because I didn't get that when I was watching my dad, my mom grow up, when I was growing up, I got that from them, but I didn't realize I was getting it from them until later. And I look back and I go, oh, that makes sense why I do this or why I do that.
Right.
As you were going through it as a kid in Hawaii, did you see, oh, Pops is an entrepreneur, or
No, I didn't see none of that. When I was young, I was just all about playing, having fun, going
Yeah.
to playgrounds. And then, after we left Maui, we came to California, and then my dad had to kind of switch his hustle up. And we moved to Pittsburgh, and a lot of the Tongans out here was doing concrete and tree trimming out here.
Mhm.
Big out here.
Yeah.
And that's when we all kind of went to the same church, and they took my pops under their wings and kind of showed him the trade and how to do everything until he got comfortable with it, and then he branched out and did his own thing.
Of course.
Awesome.
And then my pops would always like game me up,
Yeah.
He'd have his own little concrete, now it'd be just me and him working, and he'd be gaming me up the whole time. Like, you feel me? You don't have to depend on anybody. Depend on yourself. You know what I mean? You don't want to work for somebody your whole life. You want to own your own shit,
Yeah. Yeah. And that,
little stuff like that kind of brought me to the way I think now.
Yeah.
yeah. And also I think because my dad also, when he came, he hated working for other people.
Right.
So he just did side shit. dirty. But
side hustle.
yeah, but no, sorry, Dad. But I think it's because and in the islands, they own their own land. They eat, you know what I mean? Nobody told them what to do on the islands. You fed off your land, you own your own home, and then you come here, you gotta pay rent. You know what I mean? So I think that they had a lot of, I don't know, a lot of trouble getting, accustomed to America, right?
Yeah, I think the growing pains of going from, into a wage-based society,
Right.
that's truly a wage-based society. Sometimes in the islands in the Pacific, it's kind of a wage-based society, but it's kind of a blend. You get to the U.S. and you either own your own business or you're working by the hour, and the only way you can make more money is either get a raise, which is going to be small, or work more hours, and both those you don't really control.
Yeah.
So you have people with Sione's dad's mindset of like, no, I want my limitations to be my limitations. Like, my earning is going to be, if I don't want to get up in the morning, I don't get paid. If I want to get up earlier in the morning, I might make more. But I think there's something in that not everybody has that. Whether you come from, wherever you come from, some people are just going to be like, it's safe. I just take a check. I know how much the check's going to be every 2 weeks, and I'm good with that. So you have the energy and the hustle to work 412s and then hop in and start, making your mind go, making your business flow.
Right.
How do you get good at, I've always wondered this, right? So Nesian night marketplace, how do you know how not to bring too much stuff, but then not sell out too early, right? You want to sell out, but I would guess you want to sell out more towards the end, but you know what I mean? Like, how do you get good at that?
To be honest, like, the more you do stuff, and like, when you kind of get the idea of how much to bring.
Yeah.
And then not only that, when you go to certain events like the Nesian market, like, I've been there before, and I kind of figured, what to bring and how much to bring. And then not only that, I don't want to make too much as well,
Yeah.
I kind of try to keep it at a safe limit to where if I sell out, it'll be towards the end and not at the beginning type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd go broke because I would be freaked out about running out, and I would make like double. I would end up eating a whole bunch, not eating literally, but figuratively, I'd be, I'd make too much because I'd be freaked out about ever telling somebody, oh, I ran out. But as an entrepreneur, those are the things that you figure out. Every time I met one of those, I look at the food vendors and I'm like, I wonder if they're close, if they're, brought too much, didn't bring enough.
Right.
I admire people like you that know your craft and know your business where you're comfortable doing that.
Right. Yeah. I was kind of nervous at the, I didn't think I thought I made too much at the holiday Nesian night. I made too much, but I actually made just the perfect amount. So yeah, everything turned out beautiful.
It's so awesome to see you at these events. I know the very first time that I seen you was at Pacific Savage's
Right.
Event, and then to see you at Turkey Trot, like you're getting bigger, and you know what I mean, like your product, you're getting known. I mean, like your video was really high on ours. I was like, there's so many people, but there's so many people are like, how do I get this? How do I get this? And I said, okay, let me get him on the show so he can share how you can get this product and talk about his Otai that keeps selling out before I get to it. And then the CMOS that you can get that's so healthy for you.
Right.
What are we going to see from Mama Dukes Otai in 2024?
2024, expect to see CMOS a lot more. I think I'm gonna do that all season, all year, every year. And with the Otai, like I said, I'm trying to come up with different flavors and trying to experiment with that and see how that goes. And hopefully, I don't want to tell too much.
Naki wants all the good stuff.
I don't want to tell too much, but yeah, be on the lookout.
Awesome.
I noticed once I speak too much about my plans, things don't go the way.
Keep it to yourself till you just show up doing it. Just show up doing it. I love the growth that I've been seeing. I love your product, and so once I run out, I'm just going to keep hitting you up for CMOS and probably stalking your page to see where you're going to be, so I can get more. Is there any people that you want to shout out before we let you get back to your family? I know you've worked a long day, but is there any people that you'd like to shout out before we let you get back to life?
I want to shout out my brother D at Island Drip. I don't know if many people know this, but he's actually my second cousin.
Oh, nice. We love them. Love them.
I'm close. I grew up with him in Maui. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And then, shout out to him. He's always been a big brother and like mentoring me as well on this journey that I've been on. So shout out to brother D. And shout out to JP at Mobligated.
Yes, we love JP.
And shout out to the Uso at Levasa. You remember I got my
yeah. Good job.
And then shout out to my sister. My sister, she does eyebrows. Yeah. So look out for her and Nettie Bakes. You feel me? So I got a lot of cousins that's doing a lot of their entrepreneurship things. So
entrepreneurial blood flows through those veins.
I wanted to real quick. I know I was going to let you go, but sorry. Do you love how the PI community comes together and like just really support one another?
Most definitely.
Has that been surprising to you, or did you expect it?
I honestly, I didn't expect it. I wasn't expecting anything really, to be honest. I wasn't expecting anything, but to see the support and the love everybody's been showing and how everybody works together. You know what I mean? Everybody shouts each other out. We have an event, we tell them, oh, if you're not busy, come over here, And it's a beautiful thing to see. And networking. That's why I've been growing so big, is because networking with other people.
Yeah.
Once we started seeing you at multiple events, it was like, oh, he's in the loop now. Now it's not just about, you got to pick which ones you want to go to, right? Because you're going to have some weekends where you're like, ooh, I think this is better for me than this, right? So that was one of the things when Naki was talking to me. Oh no, because I didn't make it to either of the two events. She had saw you up before,
right?
And when she was talking about that, I'm like, oh, he's in the circuit, Like he found his roots now. You just got to pick which ones make the most sense for him.
Exactly. And that's what I love about these pop-up events, because you get to meet new people. And
Yes.
me, I'm not a people person. I may not seem like that, but I know.
I'm surprised. I am surprised.
I'm not a people person at all, and going through this entrepreneurship thing, I've been able to learn to step out of my comfort zone
I love it.
and get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yes.
That's an entrepreneur. I got to get good at being uncomfortable. Be okay with knowing everything before I go in.
Exactly. I mean, that's the only way you can grow, right?
Yes.
You gotta go through those struggles. You gotta go through those uncomfortable moments. You gotta be able to be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
That's right.
Heck, we say, if I'm not uncomfortable, I'm not growing.
Exactly.
So
exactly, most definitely. And if I don't have problems, then I'm not learning.
Right. I love it. I just love it. I love Gina says thank you for the shout out.
Oh yeah, that's the one with the eyebrows. Oh, she's
we've got to follow her. I got to do my eyebrows. Gina, I'm coming for you, Gina. I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
I love it. We're just gonna have to have her on too. We're gonna have to
most definitely.
Yes. Awesome.
I'll tag you with her page as well.
Yes, thank you. Well, I don't know what to say other than I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of the work. I love seeing you out there. And you say you're not a people person, but all the events that I've gone to, you're laughing, you're smiling, you're talking to everybody. So that is a shock to me. That is a shock to me to hear that.
It's a different vibe when you're passionate about it.
Yes,
right? If you're passionate about a topic, it's easy to talk to people about it. It's like, if you want me to talk to you about, I don't know, calculus or something, it's like, no, but you're passionate about that, right? You know about it. You know what
your product,
right.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I love it. I love to see it, and I can't wait to get some more CMOS. But I love seeing you at all these events, and again, to hear that you're not a people person is crazy to me. Crazy to me. So, I thank you so much for sharing your time with us. We really appreciate it, and again, we're so proud of you and your entrepreneurship mind and Mama Dukes Otai.
Yeah, get us that flyer for where you're at this
tag
weekend.
me.
Oh yeah. Most definitely, I'll do that right after this.
Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good evening. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas.
Night. All right.
Merry Christmas.
Man,
he's so awesome.
Yeah,
he's so
he's so passionate.
He's so passionate.
I can see where I'm not a people person, but when you're passionate about what you're talking about, like he may not be in certain situations, but that's his pride and joy, his entrepreneurship.
Yes, I love it, and I love that he's shouting everybody out that has supported him. I mean, that's what I wanted to ask him about how he felt of like all the PIs that support each other. Cause it's funny, cause I seen everybody talk. I seen him talking to D at from Island Drip. And so I was like, oh, they must know each other. And then Levasa came over and they were all talking. So I love that PI businesses we've all been supporting and sharing everyone's events.
And that's like we talked about before. The table's big. Everybody can pull up a chair.
I love it. So thank you, Stallion, for joining us. Stallion, please go follow Mama Dukes Otai on social media, Instagram, and get your order in for CMOS. I love it. I just love it. So I highly recommend CMOS, and it's good for you. It's good for your gut. It's good for your immune system. Go get it.
Nice.
So
and you ain't been sick this winter.
Yeah.
That's one of the first winters
usually I know, knock on wood. Usually November, December, I'm jacked up. I'm jacked up. I can't hear. I'm coughing. I mean, I have a little blah, but that's normal.
Just so you know, usually at this time of year, Naki's doing the show and she can't hear. So she's just talking, but I
can't. My ear is usually plugged up. I'm usually congested, but I think it is the CMOS is helping my immune system. So I really I'm taking CMOS, vitamin D, vitamin B12. Like I'm really trying to stay healthy. And I think that is really helping me stay on the healthy road. So there you go.
Nice.
Yes. So again, after the show, we're on our break. We'll be back January 11th. we just want to thank you for supporting us all year, and sharing and liking and loving on us, from January to December. We appreciate your time. We appreciate the guests that come on. We've had like amazing people share their stories and come on and just be brave. Like at least half of the guests are like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I can't talk for it. And then they get on and it's like easy flow, and it's like they've done it their whole lives. But
And that's the funny thing, because we're not throwing curveballs. All we want to do is talk about what you love to do.
Yes. So I love and appreciate the guests that have come on to share their story. This Christmas season, please shop Pasifika. Go and follow, Mobligated and Levasa and Mama Dukes. Follow Salmon Solutions, who has a list of PI vendors. Get your calendars at Tosh Love. Just tons and tons of love that we have for our community. So we'll be back January 11th. Anything you want to get out before we leave?
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll see you January 11th. Come back to FICA with us.
Love you all.